Tyrone team this afternoon is team captain is Sean Devine. We also have Jerry Kelly, Davy Graham and Patsy Hamill. Now these guys, in fairness, are a great team. They work extremely well together. They've raised a lot of money over the years for charities. They've done displays right around the country and indeed north of the border, of course. And they were one of the teams that put on this display at the National Ploughing Championships this year. We're delighted as well today that the main sponsors of this team, which is the Hunting Lodge from Irvinstown, County Fermanagh, and the proprietor of that establishment, Cyril Hunter, will be joining us a little bit later to tell us how the guys are getting on. So, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who haven't seen this challenge before, as you can see, the tractor has been totally disassembled into pieces right around the display area here. All the fluids have been emptied out of the tractor. So, a team of 4 men, handy ladies as well, if they want to get involved. 4 people have to put the tractor back in as fast a time as they can. Now, they cannot use any electrical or pneumatic tools. Everything has to be hand tightened. You can see some of them use speed braces and ratchets, that's quite okay, but no electric or pneumatic tools are allowed. As they go through, different parts of the assembly can be more difficult than others. Now we have our official timekeeper. He's working away there. He's going to keep me updated as to how we're getting on. As I say, we're hoping for under 11 minutes. And you see so far, these guys are absolutely flying. They're doing very, very well indeed. They have a lot of stuff put together so far. And we're just coming up now on 2 minutes. 2 minutes now, gentlemen, from County Tyrone, and you're doing extremely well. As they go through the build, ladies and gentlemen, obviously they'll have to put in the fuel tank, but also the coolant has to go back in, the oil, the axle fluid, gearbox oil, all that sort of stuff has to be put back in, as well as assembling all something like, I don't know, it's 150 nuts and bolts, something like that, screws, clips. Now the time will keep going right throughout the display until such time as all the parts are assembled, and then the tractor has to start, and the lift at the rear of the tractor has to work as well. At the end of the construction, there will be a scrutineer who will check the tractor over, and the scrutineer will be joined by the captains of the other counties, and there will be time penalties incurred for any nuts and bolts that are missing or aren't tightened properly, or any parts that are missing. So far we're doing well. We have the steering box in, we have the rear axle assembly going together. The PTO shaft isn't in yet, but the half shafts are in the rear axle, and these guys are doing well. And now we're 3 minutes 15, 3¼ minutes now so far. This team is doing extremely well. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, show them a bit of support. Come on. Come on, get them going there. Come on, Tyrone. So, okay. As I say, when the lift assembly goes in a little bit later, that is very, very difficult. A mistake in that part of the construction could cost the team dearly, because although the tractor will start, the lift won't work and the team could be either penalised or indeed possibly disqualified. As you can see, only the best coolant, I think that's Ballygown still water. Nothing but the best for our Ferguson 20. It won't run on anything else. Okay, the front arms are going on. Now we have the hubs going on the rear axles. And now the lift assembly going into place. Sean Devine is doing this all on his own. And that's a heavy piece of equipment, let me tell you. And those forks have to go in very, very carefully to make sure they're in the right spot. I don't know how careful that was now, but hopefully they're in the right place anyway. 4 minutes 30, 4.5 minutes, and we're doing well. I'm looking around the floor here. We still have some pieces that will be required to go on. And of course, one thing I've noticed, and I've seen this display a few times, is the rear wheels can cause big problems. So, PTO shaft's gone in now. The rear assembly is looking good. Hubs are on. Well, one hub is on. Radiator in place. Okay, fuel tank going into position now. Air cleaner going into position as well. Still a few more bits, bafflers and stuff like that. So 5.5 minutes now. This team is doing extremely well, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're looking at a new record here. Keep it going, Tyrone, now. You're doing well. Keep the head down. Let's get the sweat. Come on, Tyrone. Come on. Keep it going. Keep it going. Okay, I was going to have a word with Cyril Hunter, the main sponsor from the hunting lodge there in Herculestown, County Fermanagh, but he's taken a very important phone call, so can't talk to him. Okay, now it's starting to look a little bit more like a tractor. Front wheels going on, and yeah, it's taking shape. Wood guards going into place now. We have to say a very special thank you to our main sponsor, the editor of Irish Vintage Seed Magazine, Mr. Tom Heavey. Tom has championed this competition for the last few years, and his magazine has supported it. And he'll be making the presentation of the All-Ireland trophies a little bit later on, just after 5:30 this afternoon, when the All-Ireland finalists or the All-Ireland winners are announced. 6.5 minutes, this is very fast. I think this is the fastest Tyrone have done all year. And they have done, I think, if I'm correct, at the National Ploughing Championships this year, this team did their best time of 9 minutes, 34 seconds. I think that time is in danger today. They're going very, very well. So keep it going. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, show them a bit of appreciation here. That's it. These guys are doing this for you, for your entertainment. They're down here at their own expense. As I say, they've raised thousands of euros over the last few years for different charities right around Ireland and internationally as well. So, as well as entertaining you, they've done a lot for philanthropic organisations and things like that. So again, the team is Sean Devine, team captain, working very hard there on the back wheels. Jerry Kelly is there, Davy Graham has his head down, Patsy Hamill is sweating a lot, but they're getting places. And this man hasn't been on his knees that much since this morning. He was at Mass praying for a good result today. So come on, Tyrone, you're doing well. Eight minutes precisely. This is a great time. Come on, Tyrone, you can do this. You can beat your time. Let's go. Let's go. Tyrone are putting other teams under pressure. They're putting down the gauntlet to the other teams that are coming a little bit later on, which is Donegal, Galway, and of course, for the first time today, our local Cavan team. Very important signs are going on. Health and safety states that we can't start the tractor till the bafflers in place. 8:30, 8.5 minutes. You're doing well, guys. You're doing well. There's not much left to do. She's nearly ready for down on the 4 rubbers, I think, at this stage. The guys are just making sure that the last few nuts and bolts are in place. And I say, when the scrutineer checks it later, there is one. But when the scrutineer checks it later, any nuts and bolts could cause the time penalty. She's down on the 4 wheels. I think that back jack needs to come out there, guys. And she's almost ready to be kicked to the nuts. Down on the 4 tires, she's stuck.